Yo, what the hell is a flippant?
Welcome back to the channel. My name is Flippant and you are watching the Flippant podcast. I know I said it backwards this time, but it's been a long day. Long and boring day. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with all your friends. Today we're going to make a video for, I guess, somebody else to react to if I ever become famous enough for somebody to care to react to me. But since I am an advocate for men and I am an advocate for marriage, today we're going to talk about why to get married. And I didn't write anything down, so this is going to come straight off the cuff. So you know I'm being very genuine whenever I say why is it good to get married. First and foremost, legally, that woman does not have to testify against you in court. Even if you were to, throw your hands around somebody's throat in a loving manner until, the lights go out and she was to see it, they don't have to put her up on stand. All right, or they can't put her up on stand against her will. Now, if she doesn't like you, she's going to testify against you. So you take that as you will. All right, so you literally have a legal partner, and if she was smart enough, she'd go, look, life is going to get hard without him in my life, so I'm going to do everything I can to protect him. And that brings me to point number 2. You're going to have somebody that's going to look out for you. All right, somebody who cares about your best interests. I don't know if you've ever had this, and you probably did. It was probably your mom. But imagine a woman who cares so much about you that she's going to ask you if you ate. She's going to give you ideas on, what to do next. I mean, probably not going to be the best of ideas, but she's going to get you somewhere. All right, a good woman always helps you out. They want to feed you, and they make sure you're healthy so you can live a long, boring life. Because marriage, it gets pretty boring whenever you're doing what you're supposed to do. Same thing every day, out day. You get to go to sleep together. Decide on if you want to have kids together. Decide on if you want to, invest in property together. Decide if one of you want to take a leap or a risk into a new job that the other one has you because they're already in a position where they can maintain stability until you, land on your feet. Now, granted, while I'm saying this, this is whenever you get into a good marriage, because they're out there. We've seen them, people who become widows because they stayed with each other for so long until one of them died later on down the road. Those are good marriages, and as morbid as that sounds, that's as good as marriage is going to get, because eventually one of you are going to die. Eventually you're both going to, but you have a long road ahead of you. I want to say reason number 3 to get married is because you're always going to know where that person has been. I get it. Some of you won't know where that person has been, but let me take a trip down a deep, dark path right now. Look, if your girl's messing up on you and you didn't read the signs, look, that's on you. You got to understand where these signs are coming from and what they look like, what they sound like, and what they smell like. Because you're going to know if there's been some other dude imprinting on your woman. All right, we won't go down that path for this video, but we're going to keep this along hey, these are the good things that marriage brings. I would always say marry before you carry. So anybody who's had a kid outside of wedlock, look, I get it. Women have the final say so, but you shouldn't be going around smashing every woman raw. And you definitely should dispose of the condom whenever you get, make sure that thing is flushed, throw it in a backpack and take it with you. Pour hot sauce in there. Don't pour hot sauce. We still don't know if hot sauce kills sperm. All right. But the best part about having being married before you have a kid is that 9 times out of 10, you're going to know that kid is yours. Those aren't the real statistics. But 9 times out of 10, you're going to know that kid's yours. If you're fearful of all the things that everybody has, all the other men have gone through before they've gotten married, there's definitely things that you should do, things that you should look out for in women before you decide to go down that path. Because if things are important to you, like body count, women like to pair bond, all right? And if they don't have a way to pair bond with you and all it's about is money, then that is not the relationship you want to get into. In fact, you shouldn't even be entertaining that. All right, that stripper that you found down there at the strip club, you shouldn't be entertaining that. I mean, maybe for the night while you're having fun at the strip club, but past that, I'm not saying be mean to strippers. They're doing their job and they're going to figure out life on their own. It might be a little harder for them, but that's a whole different path that we're not going down today. Now, there are great choices and opportunity of women out there. And if it was easy to find, would it really be worth doing? You know, not making excuses for anybody, but like there's some good girls who came out of who are going into college, who are coming out of college, that, you know, like community college, they live with their parents and they study hard, don't really have time for all the extra stuff. Go find her. All right, go find her and then make her submissive, you know. There's nothing wrong with it, because I do believe in women should submit to men. Men, you also have to find a reason, or you also have to give a woman reason to submit to you. Look, if you're not going anywhere fast and, you know, you're at home living in your parents' basement, smoking weed all day, and got a job at Taco Bell, and you're above the age of 22, come on now. These are really the guys who are out here complaining that women don't commit to or submit to them. Look, I got married at the age of 20. And anything that I wanted to do, my wife was down to do it with me. New experience shared. She was down to do it with me. I got my first bike at 20, I want to say. Right around 20, right before we got married. So my train of thought was she couldn't tell me no. But the thing is that as soon as I learned how to ride, which took about a day, she hopped right on the back, threw a helmet on, and wanted to ride around the parking lot with me. All right, and as soon as I told her that she can take the sticks and she can ride, she took outside of the parking lot and went down the road. But I'm normally the one getting our family into new things, and my wife is willing to follow me through that. And this has happened since I was 20, and her reason for marrying me is that she said that I was intelligent, I'm funny, I seemed like a nerd, and that I was gonna be something whenever I grew up. Now, I could have stopped and took the red pill approach and said, this woman's just a gold digger. But the thing is she got with me whenever I didn't have anything. And as I can see, we were both in agreement that we wanted to be well off one day. And no matter how you get there with somebody, or, you know, somebody sees that, it just made me more competitive. All right, it made me more competitive. It made her want to be with me. There's other reasons why I wanted to be with her, because she was fit, feminine, and submissive. She is very artistic. She had my kid for me. She's a hard-working woman, and even though that she doesn't do the at-home things, like she's not here as soon as I get back, and, you know, we trade off on other things like kids' homework, laundry, dishes, and, you know, even cutting the grass. That's a trade-off. And I love cutting the grass. But see, the thing is, she loves cutting the grass too. Now, we may not be in the perfect marriage, but we're boring people who are just trying to do what's best for our kid and for ourselves. And one day we're going to have a boat. We're looking at getting our second house, and it's damn sure not from this YouTube revenue. I tell you that much. It's not from that. It's from us, and it's from working hard, and it's from what we built. Now, you can have a scarcity mindset and go, well, what if you built all that stuff and she wants to take half? Look, in my situation, she gets half because she put half in on it. What am I going to say? And besides, we've already come to the agreement that if we were to split, then the house, she can have, I don't want this house because I hate stairs, but I'm not going to be paying for the rest of it. And if everything settles down correctly, what's going to happen is we're just going to sell the house and split our assets, split our time with the kids, because we've both been full-time parents without the other one equally enough to understand that, hey, look, it's better to have help in this situation than run off the person you made a kid with. All right, we both understand that because we both like having our own separate time away from our kid. That sounds bad, but if you're a parent, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't think there's enough of talking about marriage in a good light especially since I know that men want to get married and women want to get married. The thing is, outside of the this only happens outside of the manosphere and the RP community, because like once you get around the boys, you become rough and tough, and yeah, why the hell would I ever settle down and commit to a bit? You know what I'm saying? Like, take all that stuff away, and men want to get married just as much as women. Women aren't marrying themselves. Well, unlike that model, Chris, whatever her name was, who just got divorced from herself. But men aren't marrying themselves. Women aren't marrying themselves. They want to get married to each other. We just have to find a compromise between independence and codependence. And the word is called interdependent. It's whenever you rely on each other. And understand that your heart can't get broken if you've never loved. But then if you've never loved, you're also going to be lonely. All right. And loneliness is not a great life. It makes you reckless. It makes you do things out of impulse. All right. It doesn't keep you grounded. Not saying that, not saying that all people who are single are reckless, impulsive, and aren't grounded. But, I got to pick a lane here. And the lane I have to pick is marriage. Because it's been great. You have your ups, you have your downs, but see, after one of our biggest downs, we've been on the path of ups from here. The thing is that we learned from everything, every mistake that we've made, and we've bettered ourselves from it. If we didn't have, like, let's say after Hurricane Florence, we didn't have a lot of money to spend on food and trying to live in a house that was broken. The house is fixed now. You know what we did? We started saving a lot more of our money. We started going after higher paying jobs, so that way we never have to feel that way again. We are a team to the fullest, with me being the leader of the team lead. Yeah, boy. Because I still believe in that submissiveness, and my child's not a little piece of shit running around, tormenting people. In fact, I get compliments on my kid because I am the disciplinarian. I am the one who says no or yes at the end of the day, and that is my job. And however, I'm gonna end it by saying it's all about compassion. All right. I understand that the world is different. Even whenever I was getting married, I understand that the world was changing, and I understood where I was in life and how to become better at life, or the push I needed, and I got married. I started looking at myself before I took a look at anybody else, and I tried to figure out, what about me do women like? Or what about me would women like that I can definitely change, and it would help me out too. I was like, I wouldn't do something for the money. But now that I'm older, the money sounds great. And it only puts me in a better position. So if what I want to do and more money lines up, then why not go that route? And women see that too. They're like, well, this is an ambitious guy, and I'm gonna catch him on the way up, or I'm gonna catch him in the planning phase. I honestly don't see anything wrong with it. And then we talk about women who make six figures and more, and they can't find a man that makes that much money that wants to be with them. And we say, well, she's going to be lonely the rest of her life. But could you imagine if you cleared 250,000? You're in the top percentages of men. You're a highly desirable man, especially if you keep yourself together. And how do you know a woman doesn't want you just for your money? So you're going to be a very lonely man too. Until you find that one that you didn't tell you had money, but they could tell you got money. All right. They might have liked you because you were, because you were handsome at first, but eventually they're going to try a lot harder because they realize that you got money. And don't get me wrong. I really don't see a problem with the woman liking you because you have money. Because if your job didn't have the money to pay you, you wouldn't stick around now, would you? Now, if she only likes you because of the money, like she's going to go spend the money and doesn't really care about your needs at home, then yeah, you could say that that's a gold digger. And you should probably boot her from your life quick, fast, and in a hurry. But the thing is that your money is going to attract more people. If you're 6'3" and you have the sexiest beard and, like, you know, your mustache comes out into the handlebars that women freaking love, and you got some tattoos all over the place, and your hair is slicked back and it's like this jet black, and you got waves in it and it looks nice, you know, and you go like, and she approaches and says, you have pretty eyes and you're such a handsome face. Didn't she approach you just because you were handsome? Wasn't she willing to change her rules for you just because you were handsome? The money comes in there too. All right. And I think it's pretty bad if we go, you know, oh, all women want men for is money. I honestly think that there's nothing wrong with a woman wanting you because she knows that you can provide. All right. Just like if there's nothing wrong with healthy competition between men, especially if they're competing for a woman, they're going to throw that out there too. All right. So don't be a hypocrite. Plan for your future as men, where you want to be when you grow up, what kind of money you want to make. And then on your way up, if you just so happen to find somebody that can stick it out with you, I suggest you marry her, because like now if she's giving you what you want, you have to go back and give her what she wants as well. All right. And even if it's, you know, a monogamous relationship without marriage, because, you know, sometimes marriage can end poorly, but that is also a scarcity mindset. Understand that everybody wants something from a relationship. Everybody wants something from everybody, including your friends. So don't let these things inside of marriage like run you away from what marriage actually is. All right. If you got nothing for me, I got nothing for you, and I'll see you on the next one.